Welcome to my live streaming session. Yeah. So, hello everyone. Welcome to my live streaming session. So, we are going to be coding. I'm going to be showing you few of my coding project now. So, let's begin. Okay, sorry. Let me take my earphones. Yeah. Okay. I can hear you well. So, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So, we're going to be coding quickly, just an ASMR coding. I'm going to take you through a project I'm currently working on called GLFI. So, thank you, and let's begin coding. Okay, so let's begin. Yeah, so you're welcome to my GLFI projects. So, let me take you quickly through the index of the schema. So, okay, this is basically my index.html. So, this project contains Bootstrap. I made this website using Bootstrap, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I have a few JavaScript code. Let's see. Few JavaScript code. Let's move on to another. Okay, so let me run this project using live server. Index.html using live server. So while we wait, let me tell you quickly what GLFI is all about. So while we wait for that, now what is GLFI? So GLFI is a platform for connecting students. So me and my friend Akimbo Jem came up with this idea in order to share trending news to our students locally. So I am the front end developer. My name is Omaniela, and my friend Akimbo Jem, the back end developer, who is going to come up with the back end, the logic, and the server side of this website. We've launched a previous version before, but it seemed not to have gotten the attention of the students like that. So I'm creating a version 2.0 with Bootstrap, which is more responsive, cleaner UI, and all that. So okay, I think we're loaded. It's still not loading. Let me try again. Open with live server. Come up. I don't know why the live server is not loading. I don't know what's wrong. Let me try it on this page. So basically, this website, what I did here was that I allowed it to just be for mobile version only, since our target audiences don't really use their laptops to view the website, so I made it a mobile screen only. So I'm going to show you very soon. I don't know what's wrong, why my live server is not coming up. Okay, since the live server is doing its thing, let me just show you some quick shortcuts. Let me show you around the project. Just take you through it. So, okay. So this section now, do not display. So like I said earlier, I said I made it a mobile screen only. So I gave it a div class of desktop message, which I later styled in CSS, and div class of typewriter. What this does is that it writes a blinking text cursor, which is going to give this as the result. This website is best viewed on a mobile device, so that's what it does, like a typewriter sort of something. Okay, you can see I use the tag for mobile in here, so the website is basically for mobile version only, just for mobile devices. So this is the header, is the header section, and then we have the navbar, which is at the bottom. So I normally use container field. This is a command or a code in Bootstrap to make it responsive, the responsiveness across different devices, to make it 100%. And I used some cards. Yeah. So this is basically just the run around of this code. And I want you to know something. Anywhere you are working on a project, please, this space is very very important. Always link your style sheet very well, link your bootstrap very well, and if you are going to be using icon, make sure it's linked everywhere. And your script, your JavaScript, make sure it's linked. For bootstrap, you have to link your your CSS at the edge, and your body you have to link a script source in your body whenever you're using bootstrap files. So me, I just import them directly from one folder to another. I don't have to download and run an entire command prompt again. Still don't know why this live server is not coming up. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what is wrong. I have no idea. Oh, live server is up already. Yeah. Sorry, my live server is up. I'm the one mixing this up. Okay, so we are in now. So let me refresh the page. Let me refresh the page. So index. I want to show you how it's gonna look like. Open my live server. Yeah. Okay, so let me run this with live server. I'm going to go back my Chrome. 551 stroke landing.html. Why is live server not loading? What's wrong with this thing? What's wrong? Stop live server. So we basically still let me try and run a command prompt first. I don't know what's wrong with my live server. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out why the live server isn't working. So please bear with me. Okay, so since that isn't working, so let me take you through some extensions that might be useful for you as in your VS Code. So first is Atom Materials icon. You can see these fancy icons here. I got it through this extension and Bootstrap. So if you are using Bootstrap, you can download this Bootstrap 5 quick snippets to make your Bootstrap easier. And then what again? Docker debugger. No, these are not needed. No, I don't need all this. Okay. So, like I said earlier, atom material icon, bootstrap, fluent icons, GitHub Copilot. I use this very well, though it might be buggy at times, but it works. GitHub team. You can see the way I customized my team here. So you just have to download GitHub team for that. And live SAS compiler for those that are going to be working with SAS or SCSS. So you are going to be needing this live server as usual. You need live server in order to be able to preview a live launch of your website. Tailwind CSS IntelliSense. So I think it's auto complete your something. I think I just downloaded it. And I think in this project digits use of digits. So I use JIT to track my errors, to track changes. So I used JIT in this project. JIT is a very great one. Just learn how to use JIT. I might later work on creating a course on that very soon. So another tip is that always create an image folder when you are working. Don't scatter your images, all these images, don't scatter it in your folder. Create an image file for it separately. So this is the bootstrap folder. I have the bootstrap folder. I have the JavaScript folder. For the bootstrap to be able to work, we have to have these two things. There's node modules. This is the JavaScript folder. The node modules, as you can see, it contains bootstrap files and all that. So that's not the game now. So for my Jellyfy project, I have each section, the about section. That's the about section. Football section. This is the football section. So this section is basically what it is going to contain is just football news basically for football fans. And this is the landing page. This is the main page, like the all page that consists of the football, school trends, and about section. So it's basically like a navbar. That's where it's going to contain the page.html is what is going to be on the page. School trend.html is going to contain trending news in the school and all that. And then we have scripts.js. So the JavaScript is mainly to make the website responsive. So I used the JavaScript for stuff like navbar to control some stuff, and that's just it. I used it to control some stuff. So I want to see if I can explain few JavaScript codes here. So what this does is that so constant. There are three types of ways of declaring a variable. What we did here is declaring a variable. We have using const, let, and var. So const is like it's not going to change. You are not going to be changing it later on in your code. It's going to be a permanent one. While using, I think either var or let mostly, you are going to later redeclare it or change the variable. So this is for the typewriter effect. The typewriter effect writes a text in a typewriter like so constant typing duration is 500 in milliseconds. To check if the effect has already played, if session storage does get item, if the typewriter has already played, so the window will redirect. There's a page I wrote, welcome to Jellyfy, blah blah blah. So once the typewriter effect is done, it will redirect back to the landing page. That's why I have landing.html here. Else set session storage to remember the effects played. So in case the user later comes back to the website, JavaScript will automatically check if the effect has been played or not. So for new users, it can replay the effect, can play the effect for them for the first time. So redirect after the animation ends. So set timeout. So it will redirect after the animation ends. Once the typing duration animation here ends, it redirects them to this landing.html page here. This is the all section I told you about earlier. And the script2.js, what this one does, document the query selector. So window, we declared we are using a function here. So window.unload the function, open bracket, if the window inhabit, that is, if this is like a media query, this media query for JavaScript is commonly used in CSS. We use it as at media. So in CSS we use it as at media marked with blah blah blah, but in JavaScript this is how you use media query. So you say if marked with, if the screen size is less than 768 pixel, at least for mobile phones downwards, for screens less than 768 pixel, document or query selector, the mobile content, you should display it as block, and also you should display this desktop message as none, or that is else, if the mobile content, document dot query selector should select the mobile content, should display it as none, also desktop message as block. So for here I styled it in a place here, if you notice, I think I styled it in the landing page. Okay, yeah, here is it, desktop message, you can see here, and the mobile content. So this is desktop. So when you visit the website, you can't set it on your desktop or laptop or even tablet. I disabled it. Like I said, our target audience is just mobile device users, so I made it for mobile content only. So let me open up our CSS. So here is our CSS. I write, I man, one thing about me is that I know how to write CSS then, but I think CSS affects the loading of our pages, so that's why I have to integrate Bootstrap to make it the file size less uh less complex. It shouldn't be too much. I don't want the file size to be big, and I want the page to be responsive. So that's why I have to use Bootstrap. I can write a whole damn website and write a full website on just pure CSS. I'm really really good with it. Okay. Okay. So I'm still trying to solve the problem of my live server. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So let me take you to my CSS now. So CSS, here I come, CSS. So this is my CSS. This is the CSS file. I have a specific color guideline I'm following. So that's why I have a root column root attached to it. So this is the specific column I'm following. Yeah, and this is the typewriter effect. Typewriter effect. The second one. Once my other guy is done with the back end, trust me, this website is going to be a banger. And I mean it, a big banger. Open with live server. So you have to give me a few minutes. I'm looking for the solution to live server. So I'm trying to solve the problem of the live server now. So I just uninstalled it and installed it again to see how it's gonna go. And let's see how what it's gonna do now. I don't know why it isn't working. think it seems I can't go live while on a live channel like this. But okay, uh, find the solution to it now. Just hope you are enjoying my live session. In the next live session, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be recreating a UI, a landing page, preferably. So we're going to be creating it on this live coding ASMR session. Okay, since the live server is now coming on, let me just take you through what do we call it, Bootstrap. Let's see what we can do on Bootstrap. Let me explain some key things for you in Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is a framework. It's a framework, like, it's just a shorter version of CSS. Like, instead of writing long CSS code, just a shorter and more precise code. Just you writing a shorter and more precise code in your HTML. And Bootstrap works with the class attributes. Works with the class attributes. Common Bootstrap examples include text dash light, text dark, text primary, BG primary, and so on and so forth. So it's a shorter way of writing CSS and very fast and reliable. One thing I use CSS for mostly is for responsiveness. I later override the Bootstrap with custom CSS because I'm used to pure CSS. So I override my Bootstrap with custom CSS in order to be able to edit my project to my taste. So I use Bootstrap since Bootstrap has predefined breakpoints. So I just used it. Like I said earlier, I use container fluid in order to make my website responsive across different mobile devices. So that's basically what I use Bootstrap for. The responsiveness, I need it because it has already the breakpoint has already been defined, so I don't need to stress myself using media queries and just styling and styling and styling. It is very short and precise. So okay, let's switch now to Bootstrap. Yes. So let me show you quick ways of how you can install Bootstrap. So There are several ways you can install Bootstrap in your project. The first way is by downloading the already compiled Bootstrap and you drop it into the folder of your project. So compiled and minified CSS bundle, you just download it here. So that's what I do instead of just entering my command line and then just typing long codes. So that's what I do. You can see you can use your command prompt in your npm, but in order to use npm you have to have node projects manager. You have to have node.js installed in order to use npm in your command prompt. You can also use yarn. These are the several ways you can install Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is not hard or anything like that. You just have to use the docs as a guide. The docs are going to help you, the documents. So what I do is I just come here, copy from the documents and then use it for whatever I want to use it. So these are some of the breakpoints. SM for screens greater than or equals to 576 pixel. Medium for screens greater than or equals to 768 pixel. Large for screens greater than 992 pixels. Greater than or equals to 992 pixel, and so on like that. You have the containers. So you can see this container and represents. So that's why I said I use container free most of the times. I think it gets the work done very faster and easier for me. So and also I think many people might be having a problem with this. So I just want to share this real quick. So I want to share this real quick. So Control Shift backtick to open my terminal. So whenever you open your terminal, let's my terminal load. And okay, it's not loading on time. So yeah, so in case you input any command using your terminal, in case you want to input like npm start, npm run, npm, there are a lot of things npm does, but you just have to have node.js installed in node project manager in order to run npm very well. So like I did npm start, it won't run because I don't know why it's not running. But just what you have to do is come here, don't use PowerShell, use command prompt. Command prompt is going to give you everything you want. As you can see, it's going to run the code for you. npm init, and say I want to use npm init yy. So what this does is that it will answer all the questions when I click on it. So answer all the questions instead of me when I type npm init, I have to answer yes or no. I have to be pressing y, yes, yes, no, no, no. I don't have to do that now. Just use npm init dash dash y. So it's going to answer all the questions at once. So that's what it does. So it might take a little time due to my PC. My PC is very slow. I have to do stuff. I think it's very very slow. I don't know why it's slow. Oh, sorry, there was a mistake in the previous project. I was supposed to add a space. Supposed to click on my space bar here in order to separate the init and dash dash y. So in your project, just use separate it. Use a click on your space bar. Make sure there's a gap between the init and the dash dash y. Sorry about that. So like you can see here, in most of my projects I just use container fluid everywhere, because responsiveness really matters a lot. Once you are a programmer and the only thing you can develop is desktop version, you're not a programmer until you can make those webs desktop version, until you can make them responsive on mobile devices, because a lot of people are not going to be accessing that website on the mobile on the desktop version. They are going to rather be accessing it on their mobile phones. So since we are unable to check the website out, let me show you some of my works in 2024. Let me take you through it. I'm coming. So, so this is one of the websites I worked on with one of my friends. Transformation Avon website. So I worked on this project with one of my friends. Seems very nice, right?